Let's get right into it. Number 1. The reverse command effect. Ever notice how the second someone tells you, "Don't touch that," your brain goes, "Bet, I'll do it anyway"? That's the reverse command effect at work. Americans in particular are wired to hate being told what to do. It sparks this tiny rebel alarm in your head, like your ego just got a dare. Advertisers know this. Headlines like, "Don't click this," or "Most people can't handle this," are straight-up psychological bait, and it works ridiculously fast. Think about it. A friend says, "You probably couldn't handle this story. It's messed up." Suddenly you're leaning in, heart racing, because the challenge is irresistible. Your brain thinks you're choosing freely, but the truth? You're reacting to a subtle dare. It's ego, curiosity, and defiance bundled in one. This trick isn't just for jokes. Want to influence someone quietly in the US? Drop commands. Instead, hint at doubt. Throw shade at their capability in a playful way. "I don't know if you can do this." Watch their pride ignite. They'll do exactly what you want, but they'll feel like the hero making the choice. It works in marketing, relationships, and even casual banter. A "don't do it" becomes a magnetic pull. Americans love to win at proving themselves. That tiny spark of defiance triggers a chain reaction: curiosity, pride, and action. Reverse command is the silent puppet master. No one notices the strings, yet the result is undeniable. Number 2. The power of stillness. Ever been in a room when someone goes completely silent after you say something wrong and suddenly your stomach drops like you're on a roller coaster? No yelling, no argument, just stillness. That's the power of stillness, and in the US, it hits harder than any raised voice. Silence freaks people out because our brains scramble to fill gaps. Did I mess up? Are they mad? Are they judging me? That inner panic forces people to spill, explain, or confess things they hadn't planned to. Parents, bosses, and negotiators, they all exploit this. When you stay calm while others are jittery, you control the room without uttering a single word. Picture this: your friend tries to downplay a lie. Instead of confronting them, you lock eyes, relax, and let the tension sit. Within seconds, they're nervous, over-explaining, or outright confessing. In American culture, this is called the quiet flex. It signals dominance without aggression. Being the calmest person in the room shows confidence, power, and emotional stability, all traits that people subconsciously respect. Silence is magnetic. You're not forcing compliance. You're letting their guilt, curiosity, or anxiety do the work. Even in everyday situations, meetings, negotiations, or family dinners, stillness works like a psychological cheat code. People underestimate it, but mastering it gives you control over almost any interaction. The best part? No one feels bullied or pressured. You simply radiate calm, and they react. That's influence in its purest form. Number 3. The illusion of choice. Ever notice how restaurants push you toward combo A or combo B, and somehow it feels fair, even though neither option is ideal? Or how politicians offer plan A or plan B, never mentioning the one you really want? That's the illusion of choice, and it controls American behavior every day. Americans equate freedom with options. Give someone 2 or 3 paths, and their brain relaxes. They feel in control. But the person designing the choices is secretly steering them. Salespeople, marketers, and parents know this instinctively. Homework before or after dinner? Either way, homework gets done. Lunch at Chipotle or Panda? Either way, they spend money. The trick is subtle. You're not forcing action. You're framing it. Instead of asking, "Are you coming?" ask, "Are you riding with me or taking your own car?" Either choice still gets the result you want, but they feel in charge. This plays perfectly into US culture, where independence and autonomy are prized. People love deciding but rarely notice the invisible nudge guiding them. Master this, and you can influence decisions like a puppet master without touching the strings. Even in corporate America, politics, or casual relationships, the illusion of choice is everywhere. When people believe they're free, they act willingly. When you understand the psychology, you can craft options that subtly funnel them toward the outcome you want, while making them feel like winners in their own story. Number 4. The emotional steer. Ever walk into a room and feel the vibe shift immediately, like someone just dropped a heavy bass line in your brain? That's the emotional steer. And in the US, it runs the show. People are emotional antennas, constantly scanning for cues: safety, threat, excitement, and fear. You project calm, everyone chills. You radiate tension. Suddenly, the room's heartbeat syncs to yours. Politicians, influencers, co-workers, even that one drama magnet friend, use this trick daily. Facts? Who cares? Emotion drives decisions. Fear, pride, and guilt. They hijack reasoning without people realizing. Think about campaign ads screaming, Act now or it's over. Fear triggers donations, votes, and panic buys. A friend sulks while insisting they're fine. 10 minutes later, your mood drops too. Want to control the emotional flow? Be the thermostat, not the thermometer. Calm while others panic. They'll mirror you. Amp excitement when energy is dead. They'll sync up. Americans especially respond to vibes. Energy trumps logic in social situations. Slang check. Low key, no cap, chill, hype, bet. Use these naturally. Low key, they're freaked out. No cap, they can't handle this. That conversational vibe makes your storytelling relatable to US viewers while keeping it viral. Master the emotional steer, and you control more than moods. You control decisions. Silent power. No lectures. No yelling. Just pure, contagious emotion that spreads faster than a TikTok trend. Number 5. The guilt seed. Ever have someone hit you with, "It's fine. I didn't expect you anyway"? Bro, that tiny line hits heavier than a parking ticket. That's the guilt seed. A whisper-sized trigger that makes people self-correct without being told what to do. Humans hate unfinished emotional debt. One subtle hint of disappointment, and your brain fills in the blanks. Oh crap, I messed up. Gotta fix this. Moms, co-workers, friends, and even bosses know this instinctively. Americans especially respond to guilt wrapped in kindness. A polite tone and soft smile. But words that land like bricks. Want to use it? Don't command, don't argue. Frame your need as a self-sacrifice. Nah, it's cool. I'll just handle it myself. Watch how fast they jump in. Not to help you, but to relieve their own tension. Their brain does the heavy lifting. Guilt works faster than anger because it claims the moral high ground. Americans pride themselves on fairness. One soft-spoken hint of imbalance triggers an internal alarm. Sprinkle the guilt seed subtly, and people water it with their own regret until obedience sprouts naturally. Even in daily life, friends, family, or the office, this silent influence works like magic. No shouting, no pressure, no resentment. Just a nudge, a soft phrase, and people act. That's the guilt seed. Quiet, precise, and incredibly powerful. Number 6. The scarcity signal. Ever scroll past something for weeks, then see, only 2 left, and suddenly your fingers are itching to click buy now? That's the scarcity signal. And it hijacks Americans every single day. Scarcity triggers primal panic. Our ancestors freaked when food ran low. Modern America freaks over sneakers, phones, concert tickets, or hype drops. Rarity equals value in our brain. Limited stock, limited invites, or exclusive events, it's the same trigger. Marketers milk it daily. Flash sales, countdowns, and invite-only clubs. Social life works the same way. Always online, always replying. People lose interest. They assume you're cheap with attention. Vanish for a bit. Skip a hangout. Or leave texts undelivered. Suddenly, everyone's wondering where you are. Scarcity equals desirability. Scarcity works because Americans are obsessed with status, hustle, and attention. Being rare shouts louder than being loud. It's a quiet form of influence. People chase what's hard to get, respect what's limited, and value what's selective. Use this wisely. Don't overplay it. Keep your presence controlled. Your time, energy, and attention are currency. Give them sparingly. In a culture that glorifies being always on, being scarce makes you gold. Scarcity doesn't just raise value, it builds influence without ever raising your voice. Number 7. The ego trigger. Ever have someone say, "Most people can't handle this," and suddenly your brain lights up like a Red Bull commercial? That's the ego trigger. In the US, Americans are raised to prove themselves. Sports trophies, resumes, flexing on social media hint that they're not capable, and their competitive reflex kicks in instantly. Here's the secret. Don't ask for effort. Tease their ability. Most people can't pull this off. Boom. Instant motivation. They want to prove they're the exception. It's not manipulation. It's psychology. Pride does the work for you. From bosses to flirty dates, from coaches to co-workers, subtle ego nudges are everywhere. Challenge their competence, and watch action follow. They don't even realize they're being guided. The more understated the doubt, the bigger the reaction. The US culture of competition amplifies this. Americans love proving themselves, whether in sports, careers, or social situations. One hint of a challenge equals full throttle. Logic takes a back seat. Validation drives behavior. Use this power gently, strategically. Your words plant a spark. Their ego fuels the fire. Silent control, zero pressure, and yet they move exactly the way you want. Master the ego trigger, and you become the invisible force shaping decisions, while they think it's all their idea. So, which one of these dark psychology tricks hit you the hardest? Drop it in the comments, smash like, and subscribe for more mind-blowing psychology trick. Thanks for watching.